welcome to another episode of the AI People, where we share inspiring stories of thinkers and builders who are humanizing AI. Today, I'm with Omid. Omid, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Omid. I'm a lead solutions engineer with Firefly.ai.
And Omid, what brings you to the Developer Week? And I know you've been interacting with a lot of your developers and customers, so why don't you share a little bit about Firefly and what brings you to the Developer Week, and how are you engaging with all the various audiences coming to your booth as well as to your sessions?
Yeah, thank you. A lot of the focus of Firefly is helping ease the management of cloud infrastructure and the burden that platform team and operations teams face around resiliency, backup of infrastructure configuration, and especially even the fast-paced changes that are happening of their infrastructure. How do they aggregate all of that in one place? And once it's there, what do they do with that data to ensure resiliency and effectively the best operations and security of their cloud environment?
That's awesome. And in the context of agentic AI, can you maybe lay out why infrastructure matters a lot? Or does it even matter?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
To talk about software, at the application layer, you need to have the right agentic AI frameworks, the governance protocols, etc., and then the right choice of LLMs, data, MCP, all that. So can you maybe talk about infrastructure as a critical piece in this whole solution?
Yeah, thank you. So a lot of what our platform does and the value it brings is all of the detail it provides around infrastructure and helping platform teams and other customers really understand the benefits of and realize the benefits of principles like GitOps and infrastructure as code. Now, a lot of the value in AI is the data and all of the visibility you have around that data. And with Firefly, we look at all of the resources in your cloud infrastructure at a very granular level, to the point where we can see all of the configurations and potential misconfigurations that can be there from a security perspective. Now, when you layer AI on top of all of that data, as you know, much of the benefit really comes from the data that you feed AI. Bad data equals bad results. Now, when the data here with Firefly reflects your environment, your configurations, your modules, and your infrastructure, the impact and I'll say the time to resolve any kind of issues you might see in your environment, or the median time to resolve troubleshooting dramatically reduces.
And how are some of your customers currently using your Firefly platform? Are there any specific examples, even if it's anonymized? And what kind of industries or customer segments that you are seeing a lot of traction right now?
Yeah, thank you. So I would say the biggest ways we integrate with our customers' environments and their AI workflows and initiatives are, one, with the AI SRE that we have in our platform. And before that, that's relatively new. Before that, we've had an MCP integration for quite a while, that they can leverage all of that data that we provide in our platform with their existing AI workflows, so that they can see and make sure that all of the workflows they have are contextually aware of what they're doing.
That's great. And what was your key takeaway at the Developer Week? In addition to engaging with your developers, customers, was there something new that you experienced, or what would be like a takeaway from Developer Week for you?
I think the biggest takeaway I'd have from Developer Week is I've known that infrastructure management at scale has always been a challenge. And with the introduction of AI, I think a lot of folks have thought, okay, that's gonna get easier, right? That pain and burden can easily be resolved. And I'm seeing the opposite. I think the biggest takeaway I had is there's more infrastructure being created, there's more to manage, there's more code changes. And with a platform like Firefly AI that can go and ensure governance regardless of how your infrastructure was deployed, regardless of where it's deployed, the impact and value it brings to our customers is now more relevant than ever.
Fantastic. And what advice would you give to an agentic developer who is just entering the space and wants to understand where they can focus on? What would be the first few steps that you recommend that they take to get familiar with this uncharted territory for them?
That's a great question. So what I want to make sure I correctly understand, what recommendation I would have to a AI or agentic developer? I'd say context is key. That would be the biggest one, making sure that is consistent throughout. A lot of my experience with AI has started off in a certain direction, and then when you're working with it, the context over time changes. So making sure you have that North Star and sticking to it is probably the best advice I think I could give.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Omid, for joining us today at the AI People. I personally learned a lot through this conversation. I'm pretty sure our viewers did as well. So thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the developer week.
Thank you for having me.